Only the chosen women have these 7 hidden marks, my beloved sisters. Let me remind you of something powerful today. Not every woman is the same. Not every soul carries the same light. There are women whom Allah has chosen, whom He has blessed with certain qualities that set them apart. These are not marks that the world can see with its eyes, but marks that shine in the sight of Allah. The first mark, she has unwavering faith in Allah. No matter what storm comes her way, she holds firm. She knows that life is a test and her patience is her strength. She does not crumble under pressure because her reliance is on her Creator. She guards her tongue. She does not waste her words on gossip or lies. She speaks with wisdom, kindness, and truth. She knows that the tongue can build or destroy, and she chooses to build. The third mark, her heart is pure. She does not carry hatred, envy, or jealousy. When she sees another sister blessed, she says, MashaAllah, because she knows that what is written for her will never miss her. The fourth mark, she is a woman of higher modesty. Not just in her dress, but in her actions, in her character, in the way she carries herself. She understands that true beauty is in her dignity, not in how much attention she can attract. The fifth mark, she is a source of peace. Whether in her home, among her friends, or in society, she brings calmness. She does not create fitna. She does not bring drama. Instead, she brings love, understanding, and unity. The sixth mark, she is devoted to her salah. She never abandons her prayer. She knows that the moment she disconnects from her prayer, she disconnects from her purpose. No matter how busy, no matter how tired, her salah is her lifeline. And the seventh mark, she lives for the akhirah, hereafter. She does not waste her life chasing the temporary. She understands that this world is a journey, not a destination. Every action she takes, she thinks, will this bring me closer to Allah? These are the marks of the chosen women. Not chosen by society, not chosen by trends, but chosen by Allah. And any woman can develop these marks. It is not about where you come from, what you look like, or what people think of you. It is about your sincerity, your effort, and your love for your Creator. May Allah make us all from among these chosen women. True faith in Allah is not just about words. It is about the heart's unwavering connection to its Creator. A woman who has deep faith understands that everything in life happens according to the divine will. She does not waver when faced with difficulties, nor does she become arrogant in times of ease. She recognizes that every situation, whether good or bad, is a test from Allah. Her trust in Him remains unshaken because she knows He is the best of planners. When life throws challenges her way, she does not fall into despair. She does not question why things are happening to her. Instead, she turns to Allah with sincerity, knowing that He has a wisdom beyond her understanding. She finds comfort in prayer, in supplication, and in remembering that Allah's mercy is greater than any hardship she faces. She understands that trials are not punishments but opportunities to grow closer to Him. This kind of faith brings peace to her heart. She does not live in constant fear of the future because she believes that whatever is written for her will come at its appointed time. She does not worry excessively about things beyond her control because she knows that Allah is in control of all affairs. This does not mean she does not make efforts. She works hard, she plans, and she takes action, but ultimately she leaves the results to Allah. When she makes dua, she does not lose hope. Even if her prayers are not answered immediately, she knows that Allah hears every supplication. She believes that if something is not given to her, it is either because it is not good for her or because Allah is saving something better for her. She does not allow impatience to shake her belief in His perfect timing. She has full certainty that His wisdom is far greater than what she can comprehend. A woman with true faith does not allow negativity to consume her. She does not dwell on what she has lost, but instead, she focuses on what Allah has blessed her with. She remains grateful in every situation, recognizing that gratitude brings even more blessings. Her heart does not entertain jealousy or envy because she trusts that everyone's sustenance and blessings are already decreed by Allah. She finds contentment in what she has, knowing that what is meant for her will never pass her by. She stands firm in her principles even when tested. If the world tries to pull her away from her values, she does not compromise her faith for temporary gains. She understands that true success is not measured by worldly standards, but by her relationship with Allah. She is not afraid to be different, to stand alone in her beliefs, because she knows that Allah is always with those who remain steadfast. Her faith also reflects in her character. She is kind, compassionate, and patient with others, knowing that everyone is going through their own struggles. She does not judge or look down upon others, but instead she encourages and uplifts. Her sincerity is evident in the way she interacts with people. She does not seek validation from others because her heart is content with the approval of Allah. She understands that life is a temporary journey. She does not chase after materialistic desires at the cost of her hereafter. She makes choices that align with her faith, even if they seem difficult in the moment. Her goal is always to please Allah, and this makes her strong in the face of worldly temptations. This unwavering faith gives her resilience. No matter how many times she falls, she gets back up with even more determination. She does not allow failures to define her because she knows that Allah's mercy is always open for those who turn to Him. Her faith gives her an inner strength that no one can break because it is built on the foundation of trusting in Allah alone. A woman who guards her tongue understands the power of words. She knows that the tongue can be a source of great benefit or great harm. She is mindful of what she says because she is aware that every word is recorded by the angels. She does not speak carelessly, nor does she engage in idle talk. She chooses her words wisely, ensuring that they bring goodness rather than harm. She avoids gossip and backbiting because she knows how destructive they can be. She does not speak about others in their absence in a way that she would not like to be spoken about. Even when those around her indulge in gossip, she refrains. If she cannot stop the conversation, she removes herself from it. She understands that backbiting is like eating the flesh of a dead person, as described in the Quran, and she does not want to displease Allah for the sake of momentary entertainment. Her words are filled with wisdom and kindness. She does not use her tongue to belittle, insult, or hurt others. Even when she is angry, she controls her speech. She does not allow her emotions to lead her into saying things that she will later regret. She speaks with patience and thoughtfulness, knowing that words once spoken cannot be taken back. She avoids lying, even if it seems like a small matter. She knows that honesty is a mark of true faith and that lying leads to destruction. She does not exaggerate or twist the truth for personal gain. She understands that every false word distances her from the path of righteousness. Even in difficult situations, she chooses truthfulness because she believes that Allah is the best of protectors. She also refrains from cursing and using foul language. She knows that a believer's speech should be pure and pleasant. She does not allow frustration or anger to corrupt her words. Instead, she practices restraint, ensuring that her speech reflects her character. She believes that the tongue is a gift from Allah and should be used for goodness, not for spreading negativity. If when she speaks, she does so with sincerity. She does not flatter or deceive others for personal benefit. She does not manipulate with words or say things she does not mean. Her speech is honest and free from hypocrisy. She understands that sincerity is one of the greatest qualities of a believer, and she ensures that her words align with her intentions. She uses her tongue to spread goodness. She encourages those around her, uplifts those who are struggling, and speaks words of comfort to those in distress. She knows that a kind word can heal a broken heart, so she makes it a habit to speak positively. She does not withhold compliments when they are due, nor does she hesitate to express gratitude. She understands that her words have the power to bring joy to others, and she uses them to create an atmosphere of love and encouragement. She avoids unnecessary arguments. She does not waste her energy on disputes that lead nowhere. She understands that winning an argument is not as important as maintaining peace. If she is wrong, she admits her mistake. If she is right, she does not insist on proving her point in a way that causes harm. She values harmony over pride and does not allow her ego to dictate her speech. She is careful about making promises. She does not give her word lightly, nor does she commit to something she cannot fulfill. If she makes a promise, she ensures that she keeps it. She understands that breaking a promise is a form of dishonesty and that trust is built on reliability. She does not say things just to please others if she has no intention of following through. She also knows when to remain silent. She understands that not every thought needs to be spoken. If her words will not bring benefit, she chooses silence. She practices self-control, ensuring that her speech is deliberate and meaningful. She's not hasty in responding, nor does she speak without thinking. Silence is just as powerful as her words because it reflects wisdom and self-discipline. A woman of higher modesty understands that her dignity is one of her greatest blessings. She carries herself with grace, knowing that modesty is not just about clothing, but about her entire being, her speech, her actions, and her character. She does not seek attention for the sake of being noticed, nor does she chase after validation from others. Her self-worth is not defined by society's standards, but by her obedience to Allah. Her hair is reflected in the way she dresses. She covers herself with honor, knowing that modesty is a sign of self-respect and faith. She does not dress to impress the world, but to please her Creator. She's mindful of what she wears, ensuring that it aligns with the values of Islam. She understands that her beauty is a trust from Allah and that true beauty is in her character, not just in her appearance. She does not follow trends blindly, nor does she feel pressured to conform to what society considers fashionable. Her confidence comes from her faith, not from external approval. Her modesty is also evident in the way she speaks. She chooses her words carefully, ensuring that they are pure and meaningful. She does not engage in inappropriate conversations, nor does she speak in a way that attracts unnecessary attention. She is gentle in her tone, respectful in her communication, and mindful of how her words impact others. She avoids excessive laughter and loud speech in places where it is inappropriate, maintaining a dignified presence. She is also modest in her interactions with others. She does not seek to be the center of attention, nor does she behave in a way that compromises her values. She maintains appropriate boundaries, understanding that her interactions should always be guided by respect and sincerity. She does not engage in unnecessary mixing or conversations that could lead to discomfort or misunderstanding. She is friendly and kind, but always within the limits set by Islam. Her haya is visible in her behavior. She does not engage in actions that diminish her dignity. She avoids environments that compromise her values, and she is mindful of the way she presents herself in public. She does not seek validation through social media or by displaying herself in ways that contradict her beliefs. She knows that her worth is not measured by likes, comments, or followers, but by her closeness to Allah. She also practices modesty in her emotions. She does not allow anger or frustration to control her. She exercises patience and self-restraint, ensuring that her reactions are measured and appropriate. She does not expose every detail of her personal life for the world to see, understanding that some matters are meant to be kept private. She values her dignity and does not let momentary emotions lead her to actions she may later regret. Her haya extends to her private life as well. She is mindful of her behavior when she is alone, knowing that Allah is always watching. She does not indulge in things that compromise her values, even when no one is looking. She is conscious of her actions, ensuring that they align with her faith at all times. She knows that true modesty is not just about how she appears to others, but about who she is when no one is watching. She understands that haya is not a weakness, but a strength. It is not about restriction, but about protection. She does not view modesty as a burden, but as an honor. She carries herself with confidence, knowing that she is following a path that is pleasing to Allah. She does not feel the need to prove herself to the world because her contentment comes from within. Her modesty also influences those around her. She sets an example for others, inspiring them to uphold their values with pride. She does not judge those who struggle, but rather encourages them with kindness. She understands that true modesty is not about looking down on others, but about uplifting them. She carries herself in a way that earns respect, and she treats others with the same dignity she expects for herself. A woman devoted to her salah understands that prayer is not just an obligation, but a source of strength. She does not see it as a burden, but as a moment of peace, a connection with her Creator that nourishes her soul. No matter how busy her life gets, she never neglects her prayers because she knows that her success in both this world and the next depends on her relationship with Allah. She structures her day around her salah, rather than fitting her prayers into her day. She prays on time, valuing the importance of each salah. She does not delay it for the sake of worldly distractions, nor does she allow laziness to overpower her. She knows that every prayer is an opportunity to seek forgiveness, guidance, and closeness to Allah, even when she feels tired or overwhelmed. She reminds herself that prayer is a means of ease, not a burden. She finds comfort in bowing before her Lord, knowing that no problem is too big for Allah to handle. Her prayer is not rushed. She takes her time, ensuring that she prays with sincerity and focus. She does not merely go through the motions, but understands the meaning behind every word she recites. She makes an effort to perfect her recitation and improve her understanding of the Quranic verses. She reminds herself that when she stands in Salah, she is speaking directly to Allah, and this thought humbles her, making her prayer more meaningful. She prays with khushu', humility and concentration, striving to clear her mind of distractions. She fights against the whispers of shaitan that try to take her focus away. If her mind wanders, she gently brings it back, reminding herself of the greatness of the one she is standing before. She knows that true peace is found in sincere prayer, where the heart is fully present. She protects her Fajr prayer, recognizing that the blessings of the day begin with it. Even when sleep tries to hold her back, she pushes herself to wake up, knowing that the sacrifice is small compared to the reward. She understands that those who guard their Fajr are under the special protection of Allah, and this motivates her to never miss it. She prepares herself the night before, ensuring that nothing prevents her from waking up to fulfill this important duty. Her connection to Salah is not limited to the 5 daily prayers. She also prays voluntary prayers, seeking the extra rewards that come with them. She makes time for tahajjud, understanding that the last third of the night is a time of mercy, where du'as are accepted and sins are forgiven. She finds solace in those quiet moments, knowing that while the world sleeps, her Lord is listening. She does not see prayer as just a ritual, but as a means of transforming her character. She understands that Salah should reflect in her actions and behavior. If her prayer does not prevent her from wrongdoings, she reflects on what she needs to improve. She constantly works on strengthening her connection with Allah, so that her prayer becomes a shield against sin. She raises her hands in dua, knowing that Allah loves those who call upon Him. She does not hesitate to ask for anything, big or small, because she believes in the power of dua. Even when things do not go her way, she remains patient, trusting that Allah's plans are always better than her own. She makes dua not just for herself, but for her loved ones, for the ummah, and for all those who are struggling. She understands that life is temporary and that the real home is in the akhirah. Her devotion to prayer is a reminder to herself that this world is not the ultimate goal. She constantly renews her intention, ensuring that her worship is sincere and purely for the sake of Allah. Her faith is reflected in her actions, and she strives to be a woman whose heart is attached to the masjid, to prayer, and to seeking nearness to her Creator.